the last moment. Oh man, that's 2 in a row. I forgot to share my own intro. Oh my goodness, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful week. It feels like it's second Friday for me. This week has been absolutely nuts. So this is a special edition of the news this evening, and I have a really special person connected. He is a dear friend of mine. He's a friend of the show, and he's about to be a friend of yours. His information is already on the screen if you would like to write it down. And there is a reason why I have his Venmo information up here. So unfortunately, on New Year's Eve, him and his small daughter went out for a daddy-daughter date, and they had a wonderful time, but they came home to a completely wrecked house. He does have a intro that I'm going to read for you here, and this is what it says. Life is full of experiences, and everybody has hard times. I'm no different, but I feel blessed to have been given the opportunity to be here in front of all of you amazing people. Not asking for help from a victim mentality, but instead as an empowered man to see this as an opportunity for growth for myself and for my family, for my career, and for me to evolve as a better human. All of the stuff that has gotten taken or purged from my life, I'm trying to see as a gift from me to me. And it opened up space, and I'm grateful for that. I could have gotten stuck in this victim mentality, as it's so easy to do, but I want my daughter to see the very best in humanity, and I know that every moment is a choice. I want her to see I'm finding the strength to make the choice and to see this as an opportunity. And I hope that she'll be able to do the same in her life. That's very sweet. You know, I'm not asking to be saved, but it does take a village. And right now, the world feels so isolated. And I, like many other people, don't have a village. So if you feel called to help, great, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I have so much gratitude for you and nothing but love, just choosing to listen to this. And this doesn't come lightly, but if we're here to learn and grow, we have to figure out what the reasons are for the lessons that we're given. And without any further ado, I'd like to bring up Markus Lamberts to the stream tonight. Good evening, Markus. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm well. I hope I didn't stumble too many times on that intro. I'm so thankful that you wrote it and that you've shared it with us. It's painful, but I'd like to go back to your holiday season. Tell us what happened on New Year's Eve this year.
So before New Year's even kicked off, I was asked by my daughter's mom to go out to the movies and see Sing 2, which, credibly is a great movie. I went and was with my daughter and her friend, her little friend, that they're I guess playmates or whatever through her mom, and we went and watched the movie. And my phone was going off or whatever, and I basically didn't pay attention because I was in the movies. And we were sitting down, and my daughter fell asleep, and I was holding her. And after the movie, it was around 7:30 when I started getting pings. It was like 7:28, 7:30 when I got pinged. And I was still getting text messages, so I didn't pay attention. And I get home about, was it 8:50-ish? And I noticed that my door was unlocked. And I didn't, anticipate anything going on. I've been here for 2 years. Nobody's even had an inkling of what I had in my home. Never tried to break in. It's the first time ever. And I ran upstairs, and I was like, let me make sure my gun's okay, make sure my bag's okay. I noticed my safe, my go bag, my gun, all the things I was afraid that were gone. And then in her room, actually right where I'm sitting above, her basically play area was destroyed. And they flipped it for whatever reason. I thought at one point, as I'm still deciphering what's going on in my house, I thought my grandmother's ashes was missing because it was pretty close to the situation. And then a TV was missing, my daughter's Nintendo's missing, like just the random things that people could just snatch because they're tiny and they're worth a little bit. And I ran next door to my neighbor, and I told him what happened. I showed him the video. I called the cop that was in my lot, and it started becoming a nightmare. Yeah, it was a lot. So And then mentally for the past 4 days, I was really battling with it. I wasn't eating, I wasn't sleeping. I basically was just sitting where I'm at here and just waiting for it to happen one more time, or that person to return with whatever kind of vendetta. And I was, as funny as it is, like, all I got is a pair of golf clubs, so I'm over here trying to Casey Jones this guy as he's coming through my house.
Oh my goodness. So I'm sharing the pictures right now. I'm going to share the ring footage. So tell us, where is this? Where are you?
So I'm in my living room, and I'm like a half a step away from the window that they broke into. This guy immediately, basically from what I saw from the video, he walks along the side of the fence, and immediately when he breaks the corner, right where you see it, he takes a knife and cuts the thing from corner to corner, and he yanks it out, and that's all you see in the video. You can hear him, and then 2 minutes later, he's walking up the front door with a bag and a safe in hand with the gun and all that other stuff included.
Oh man. So what part of town? I know you're in the Atlanta area. What part of town was this? Just in
This is off,
case. Mhm.
yeah, this is off of Memorial in Avondale by Stone Mountain. I'm about 8 minutes from Stone Mountain Summit.
Okay. And man, he was really covered up, and you got like a
Yeah.
lot of back shots to the camera, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, he knew exactly where things were, so it was like he's very familiar with how to either one break in, or two, he's familiar with what I have. Because I mean, clearly nobody walks into somebody's home in 2 minutes and 30 seconds and grabs exactly what they come in for. And like nothing was touched in the living room. There's a hutch here with drawers. It was sound. So it's like this man went right to my closet, knew exactly what to grab, where to go. It's very fishy, you know.
That is very fishy, and that sounds like somebody that's either in the area, somebody that's been in there, something.
And I rifled through all the names that have been through here, and like, I know this sounds crazy, but the people that I surround myself with aren't those walks of life. So like for them to do that to me, it's very uncommon. And the stuff that they took is uncommon knowledge.
So, and this is a painful question, but when you came home that night and your daughter is very young, what was everybody's reaction?
Well, her mom wasn't here. My daughter was in tears over the situation. She didn't know, because like my reaction is always her reaction. So it's like when she looks at me, she's like, "Are we good? Like, what happened? Like, dad's pissed, or dad's sad, or dad's happy, or whatever." When I got home, I was like, "Hold on a minute." And I went upstairs and I checked everything. And when I saw what was missing, like I went into a panic, because one, I mean, a weapon alone with my name on it, my fingerprints on the bullets, on the magazine, that could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
And on New Year's, where I live, it's not ghetto, but I mean, there's a lot of things that happen. And over the course of the New Year, there's like hundreds and thousands of gunfire. So I mean, like, you got people popping off around. So what if that was mine?
Right.
And that could hit somebody stray or go into their house. And I'm thinking all these things because my fingerprints are all over this.
Sure.
And I don't have the serial number because it was in the safe. So me going and trying to find it, I have to go to the place of origin where I bought it and all these other things. And it was about 4 days in between till they opened up the doors to that building. So my name could have been everywhere. And I'm sitting there panicking because of that. And then my daughter, she's looking at me like, "Daddy, what happened?" And she saw her area. And the thing that hurt me the most was the fact that she cried over the fact that her imagination station, her place of play is destroyed. Her mentality is like, "What happened to my things? Daddy's house isn't safe. This is what's going on." And we're in the movie industry, but we pretend a lot to live a fictitious life in the settings that we have. So it's like she's around me, seeing me build these things, but it happened for real.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Is she faring well? I mean, I would assume there's probably a lot of nightmares.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know how a break-in happens. I had to break it down to her and show her what happened. And I was like, you're not going to be okay with what I'm going to tell you, but understand that daddy's okay and we're sound, and I'm going to show you what happens to bad people. And I was like, this is what this bad person did. This is what they did to us. This is where we're going to be afterwards. And I've got people that are around me, slowly helping the situation. I mean, like, I'm very grateful for anybody that has helped and is willing to help. But it's like, For her, it's more or less like you could take from me, you could do stuff off of principle, and I'll get over it. I'm an adult, but it's like you went out of your way to destroy a child's mentality. That's sick.
Absolutely. And what I understand is you had some money saved up in that safe because you guys are expecting to move soon. Was that the case?
Yeah, I had a pretty substantial amount of money saved up, and a lot of people asked me why I didn't put it in the safe. And I was gone for 15 days. I was in Miami and Orlando, and I made money on the way out. And I was coming home, so I didn't have to pay rent taxes because they charged me about $50 extra on top of my rent, which is ludicrous. And then the gas prices were high, so I was trying to pay cash. I was trying to make sure that when I got home, I could just be like, all right, it's the holiday, I can put my stuff in the bank later. That's gone. And the person that took it knew that. They had to.
So now what are your plans going forward?
I mean, for right now, like it's like in the message, like I said, like mentally, like I had to talk to a lot of people about this whole situation, because like I was very vengeful, very heated over the situation. I didn't know which direction to turn. Like I said, I was up for basically 4 straight days just waiting for this to happen again. I didn't eat. I didn't really have my mind together, and it took a good friend of mine to kind of help me kind of weigh the options and be like, man, like this is a learning curve. Like if this is something that had to happen, we have a contract in life that we've already assigned ourselves to. So these little walks, these little negative things that we have in our life, they are something that we signed up for regardless if we wanted to or not. We had to make that walk. So if this was something that was meant to be, I can trash that whole experience, but learn from it. Be like, you know what, like this all happened. I could sit here, play the victim, and I can be wallowing in my pity and crying and whatever else about the things I can't replace. Well, I couldn't control the situation, so why am I wasting my time with it? I can move from it. I can grow from it. With the little things I'm being given, I could take that and rebuild and build my world around my daughter again, versus going, this is what I lost.
That's an amazing, very powerful mental state to be in. How did you get there?
My friend is he does like, I guess it's like cryo hypnotherapy type stuff. Like he does like shamanistic type things. And it took my buddy Alessandro to pull me out of a funk. It took you, obviously. It took a lot of people to come together to pull me out of the state that I was in, because I didn't have a leg to stand on. The money I saved was gone. The things I couldn't replace were gone. All these negative things were just weighing on me. At one point, it was like, all right, it was things, but it was the memories that I had from being in the movie industry ever since I was young. The people I met in passing, the autographs that I had, the things my grandmother left behind, my documents, all these things that I was weighing on were just things. And it was like, the more that I thought about the value and the memories and all that stuff, it killed me. It ate me alive, and I was waiting for this man to pop up. And I was just vengeful. I was hatred and all these things. And I thought about it, and I was like, if I could really come out of this, the only one person I could think of would be the closest ones to me. And it was people I didn't even really think that would come together to help.
And they have. But you still need a lot more help. We have your Venmo on the screen, which if you maybe you don't do Venmo, there's also a GoFundMe, and you're on Facebook as Markus Lamberts. That's Markus. Lamberts is Lamberts, and you can find him on Facebook, and that's where the GoFundMe link is. There's also a GoFundMe link for this show, which is airing on Facebook and YouTube live right now. But if we were to donate, what is that money going towards?
It's mainly going towards our protection, like where we're going to go, because I can't stay here. I'm trying to figure out what our next move is. The move is basically the main thing. The weapon that I had, it's not the fact that it's a gun, it's the fact that that was my moneymaker. So like what I do for a living, I do acting, obviously. I do brand ambassador work, and I do executive protection. And so my means of having that weapon weren't just home protection, it was way to make money. So it would go back to that, and then whatever we need to basically survive out of this situation. And like, I'm a very giving person. So, if there's something that I don't need, I'm not going to go out of my way just to have it. And I'm not replacing miscellaneous things. Like if I get a TV, cool, but I'm not going to sit there and go out of my way to go buy a TV because I don't need it. Like I'm not basically pissing through the resources is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And you have an amount denoted on your GoFundMe. Is that your need amount? And I know we're several $1,000s short of that amount, but is that where you are to be able to secure housing, which you had already planned on? You already had all that money saved up. It's all gone.
Yeah.
And that was for a move February 1st, right?
Yeah, because my lease is up here in February, and on the 1st, they're going to want to renew, and I don't want to be here at all. Like, just to give you an idea, I woke up this morning and the maintenance people were here, and somebody had torn off somebody's gas tank and flooded it with foam. They spray painted their car, they flattened all their tires. Like, I woke up to this. I'm like, if this is where I'm living and this is how we're treating each other and this is what we have, like my complex knows my daughter's my world. And when they heard her cry, they're like, man, we're there for baby girl 100%. It was me that was hurt, but it was like, you destroyed a child's mentality. That's worse than anything you could do.
Exactly.
So, and with that situation that I brought up, it was like, if I'm looking at this, I can't be here for this. I can't stay here.
Now, for anybody that maybe they know of a house or an apartment or a townhouse or something for rent, what area of town are you looking to move?
Well, she's 10 minutes from my house and she goes to school not too far from here. So, I mean, something close would be nice. But I mean, like, even if it's like Sandy Springs, I don't care where it is, as long as it's obviously not crime related. This area is not bad, but it's not great. I mean, crime's everywhere, so you can't really say like any place is great. But I mean, like Tucker would be cool, here would be cool, Lithia Springs, whatever. Like I used to live in Smyrna before I moved here. During the pandemic, I was very fortunate to grab this place, and my credit wasn't really that great. I got somebody actually who helped me with my credit now, but I got this place randomly. I got it 2 days before the lockdown, and my car was being replaced.
Oh, wow.
So like I've got all my things like at the last second. And it was because of blessings. But it's like this place ran its course and the lesson is already learned. And the things that happened here, it's like never again. You know what I mean?
What would be your dream situation if you could just like close your eyes, open them up again, and you're there? What is it?
If I could just, I mean, like if I was able to basically get my career going the way I need it to go, like that would be better because everything, it takes me in and obviously, the people around me. But it's like if I was able to get that one break, it would change the world for everybody, not just me, but it would be for everybody.
And what is that break that you're looking for?
I just gotta have that break in the industry. I know I'm gonna change the world so quickly with the things and the resources I'm able to have. Like I know that it's a lot to ask for, and it's like you can't wish on it. You gotta go after it. You gotta work towards it. I've been working towards it, but it's like those little things have helped so much grow as a person. The people I met, like even meeting you for the first time. Like I remember the very first time we met. It's like the people that helped me get where I'm at. I've never forgot. I've never forgot what it took to be here. So giving back is the industry to me. Like me being able to do that and give somebody an escape or a life to live. Or but man, I remember when he did that. That was amazing. Like. Like those things we're amazing tools of voices that people don't have. So like me being able to break in, it's not just being famous, rich, and have my name on the wall. Like it comes with the territory. But like if I'm able to ever have that voice and break in the industry the way I want to, it'll change. It'll be groundbreaking.
Well, Markus, I really hope that for you. I really do. And I mean, we're going to stay in touch because we're good friends. And, I know that I'm going to see you do so many wonderful things. And anybody that can help and contribute towards Markus, and tell us, what is your daughter's name?
Her name is Dharma Elsie. And Dharma is Dharma, and it means the essence of everything. It's a Buddhist term.
Oh, that's beautiful. She's a beautiful little girl. I've had the picture of the two of you on the broadcast the whole time. And I know that you are already well on your way of rebounding from this. And I'd love to do a recap maybe a couple months down the line. And,
Yeah.
just as a thank you to everybody, that I know everybody's going to go out there and help you, and you're going to be back on your feet 100% so soon. I do hope that they catch that guy, because that's disgusting. That's really disgusting, just to invade somebody's home, which happens, I mean, how many times a day, right? Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But to just like take things from a child and mess it up. And I mean, you had said that there were some foul things left in her play space. Like, that's disgusting.
Yeah. It's so it was so unsettling to come home to all these different things. I'm like, how? Why? Like, you knew my dogs were locked up. You knew how to move in my home. Like, nothing was touched in the living room until on the way out the door, when he was like, oh, I'll take that too. I'll take that too. I'll take that too. It's like, why? Why would you? What do you need that for?
Right.
Like, I would never go into somebody's home anticipating, hey, this is where I go to get my glass of water. This is where I go to the bathroom. I don't know these things. I've never been in half these people's homes, if at all. And I would never know where to go. But this person knew exactly how to do it. It was so crazy. And I ran through so many different things. And, you asked me an important question of like how I moved past it, not just for like having people on my side and like talking about this. It was my daughter, man. Like, honestly, like, if it wasn't for her, I would have done some horrible things to this person when I found him. Like,
I think you and like a million other people in this situation.
Oh yeah, and the thing that makes me mad is, like, I do executive protection. I've been on strike lines. I've stopped bad people. Like, I've been a part of a lot of things where it's scared the living shit out of me. I mean, it's just, I can't even fathom what I've been through. I couldn't put that on somebody and be like, wow, you lived through that. I'm not even a prisoner of war or anything like that, but like, I feel like I'm a prisoner of our society, of the way that things are done, the way that I have to take a bullet for someone else type deal. And it's just like, you don't know the mentality I got to go through to prepare for that.
Yeah.
To walk out every day to go, hopefully I make it back to baby girl. It's every cop's nightmare. It's every military officer's nightmare. It's everybody that does any type of protection. And it's like, today could be your last. And I could stop the situation if I was here, but I wasn't. And I can't control that. And I can't control what I lost. So the only thing I can do is give my message, show people that I'm okay mentally, because it's a lot to break somebody. And it takes a lot to break me. But it's like, I've been through a lot. And, my outlet is acting and martial arts and working out. And just, if I'm not in there clearing my thoughts and my process, like, I'm probably not even as sound as I am right now. So, with my daughter, is like, when she sees me, okay, daddy's put together, daddy's got his regiment, daddy's good. And, we can grow from this situation and prosper from it. Even if it's just, if I got $5 or no money, I'm good. But it's, like I said, it takes a village to grow from this situation. And if I had any situation like this to give to somebody, I would. I helped a guy. He lived on my couch for several months, and he used the whole advantage and never helped me. But I did as much as I could for somebody when I could. Regardless if I got anything out of it or not. I got screwed, but it's like, I still did it because I could.
Right. Well, and I know what kind of guy you are. I mean, you're really upstanding. You are always the first person willing to help in any way that you can. And that's why I feel like I kind of talked you into coming on here, because I know you don't like to ask for help. You are never the guy with a handout unless it's like really seriously needed. And I think you're at a point in time to where it's really seriously needed for not just you, but for your little girl, to bring you, that move, to bring you some peace, So everybody, please help Markus. This is Markus Lamberts, and we've really enjoyed our time speaking with you tonight. Everybody, please go to Venmo. It's at Markus-Lamberts to find him on Venmo. His Gofundme is available within the description of this show. The link is there. So please go and give. If it's $5, that is more than appreciated. If it's more than that, that would be wonderful. Give what you can. It is going to a really great guy and his little girl.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me today.
You're really welcome. All right, Markus. Well, on a happier note, I believe you have some projects coming up in the future. I'd love to have you back on the show, and we'll do a full-blown traditional interview of happier news.
Well, thank you so much. I definitely will be back.
Awesome. All right, Markus, we will see you again really soon, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Hang in there.
I will.
All right, bye-bye. Oh my goodness, everybody, please, please, please go and donate if you can. I really encourage you to do so. All of your money is going to be going to a precious little girl and her hardworking father. So let's support them. We got to support the single dads, and especially the committed ones that are always standing by their child's side. And Markus is that guy. All right, next up is Malcolm Boyd. He will be tuning in about 30 minutes. So I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching, everybody.